Alright everyone, hello, and welcome to another game of ZvT. Again, I am Swarmite, playing as the blue Zerg in the top left corner, and my friend here, Darroweve, playing as the purple Terran in the bottom right corner. We're both playing on Simulacrum, and we are actually playing a custom game. This game is also played on master level, so even though we are playing on a custom, we are both masters. So what's the difference between a custom game and a ladder game? Well, in a custom, you can actually say, hey, do you want to play as a Bio-Terran? Because I really need some extra practice against a Bio-Terran. And that is a really good way and a faster way to practice than actual ladder. Even though on this game specifically, we didn't actually set any parameters, so no one said play like this. Both of us will play as they want to. And for me, it's gonna be again a 2 base opener into Swarmos nydus, while for the Terran, it is going to be a 1-1 build. That means that everything is standard so far, so nothing out of the ordinary. Again, 3 drones on gas. It's a 17 hatchery, 18 gas, and then 17 spawning pool. There will be an early Reaper, just to scout, just to see if I'm going to rush, but I'm not going to rush. So it's gonna try to do as much damage as possible, maybe get a drone, get a couple of lings, and then try to prevent my 3rd base. But a good thing about a 2 base opener is that you don't actually need a 3rd base for a bit, which means it's a lot safer against a Terran that tries to block you with SCV, with Reaper, and with Hellions. And for me, I'm going for a metabolic boost, aka Zergling speed upgrade. I will get 4 Zerglings to fight off the Reaper. So again, that is just standard. Now he's checking for my 3rd, although he could have checked here because I could have expanded here. It's safer to expand here. Anyway, again, nothing. This Reaper has done no damage to me, except for a little bit of damage on the drone, but nothing much. And I'm going for a quick player. Now he doesn't know that yet, but soon he will. Meanwhile, he is going for a reactor on the factory, which means he's going for a couple of Hellions. Like I said, this is just a 1-1-1 build. With the Reaper, he may be able to deny a creep tumor or 2, but he decides not to. He is trying to scout as much as possible, but luckily my metabolic boost, the speed of the Zergling, has come up just in time to kill the Reaper, so he had to place a scan on my main. Now his reaction is he'll get a 3rd because he sees that this isn't a rush, which, yeah, it's not a rush. But soon he will have Stormhouse and Locust on his side of the map. So there's 4 Hellions. I scout this, and I will be making a Roach Horn soon, and as well as the infestation pit. And then after the infestation pit is done, I will make a nydus and then Stormhouse. Now these Hellions are just going to scout, just going to run around, maybe deny some creep. Yep, trying to damage as many creep tumors as possible. And we can see that he is going in bio because of the stim pack upgrade on the barracks. and as well as adding 2 extra barracks and another engineering bay. Although this engineering bay can just be for the missile turrets, but it's not going to be just for the missile turrets. He's just trying to take out my active creep tumors, make valuable trades against the zerglings, scans as well to kill the tumors, and in the meantime he's actually attacking my drones with this liberator, which is actually a pretty good thing to do because as a Zerg player you're mostly focused on the Hellions, and the liberator can do a lot of damage to the drones. Anyway, he does see my nydus, he will soon see my swarm hosts, so he knows that swarm host nydus is on the way. And it's gonna be right above the natural, but he doesn't see it yet. He doesn't have anything to spot it, as you can see.
Research completed.
So now I will finally be able to do some damage to him. Maybe I'll take out a refinery or two, a couple of marines, a couple of SCVs, maybe this missile turret. So he's basically recalling everything. So yeah, I was able to get his refineries, which means that his gas income will be slow, which means maybe I will delay his upgrades or something like that. Maybe he'll produce less medevacs. And yeah, so I actually wanted to place his nydus on his natural so that he has to delay his natural even further, but it wasn't far enough. Anyway, this is actually a pretty good play because with this play he will scout my nydus if I place a nydus here or here. So because I don't have a lot of vision on the map except for this overlord, I set out these couple of links, and now I get one of these links to go here, and then I will place a nydus on that location as well. I try to deal with these Hellions, and back home I'm taking a fort. I already have a fully saturated third. I'm getting roaches because I know that roaches are really good against Hellions, and I'm trying to deal as much damage with these locusts as possible. So I deny this factory. Maybe I'll get a reactor. Yeah, there we go. And probably should have focused on the tech lab to get the combat shield as well. Anyway, he's doing a pretty decent job at denying my nyduses. So he does have some units here and here and here. But now my roaches are on the way. There's a lot more roaches on the way as well. So I have a lot of workers, I have a lot of army, I'm way ahead right now. I also have pathogen glands on the way, which means that I can do infestors a lot more efficiently than I would without pathogen glands. Now usually, roaches are pretty bad against bio above 2-2. So if my roaches have 1-1 and his bio has 1-1, that's usually okay. But everything above these upgrades is quite bad for the roaches. Now this is a really cool thing I did, which I placed a nydus in his fort base location, and that way I pulled his forces to that location. Meanwhile I attacked his third with roaches. Now he decides to counterattack, which I think is a pretty bad option considering that I already have pathogen glands and I already have an okay army. So I'm actually denying his third base and his natural from mining, which is a lot of damage. Meanwhile, he did kill my third, but I still have my fourth. Now I actually didn't have roaches, I didn't have infestors yet, but in the next fight I will have him. And I can easily just rebuild this or get another fort. Meanwhile, on this side of the map, I killed a few SCVs and I tried to push in, but nothing happened apart from these SCVs. Now again I tried to nydus him because I know that his force, at least the majority of his force, is still on the other side of the map. But he does use SCVs and he does siege this liberator here. Also, this liberator has 14 kills, which is a lot. That's a lot of value. And finally, I'm attacking him. I'm producing 5 infestors, which are pretty crucial to fight against bio, especially with a ROACH HYDRA composition. Now I do try to get off a couple of locusts just to scout, see what's happening here. But as you can see, my army supply is really high compared to his, almost triple the supply, and with these infestors, this is going to be pretty easy actually. We're actually on equal number of upgrades, so we both have 1-1. And yeah, I try to get as much of surface as possible. This is a pretty good fungal, this is also a good fungal, and now just run him over with Hydra roaches and more fungal. So yeah, this is a pretty good game. I hope you liked it as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks to Darroweve for playing this game against me. And I hope I'll see you in the next video as well. See ya.